Welcome to the course tour for Psychology in Everyday Life, 3rd edition. This course is designed to teach you more about the textbook and its resources. Our goals for today's session are to make sure that you are well prepared for using psychology in everyday life in your classroom. This in-service is designed to introduce you to the pedagogy of the student edition and give you the opportunity to take an in-depth look at the other resources that come with the text. As we're going through the book, I encourage you to create a plan as we move through this presentation. With your adoption, you will receive all of the materials listed on the screen. Please note that some of these materials are an add-on for an additional cost. If you are interested in adding these to your purchase order, please reach out to your sales rep. The first part of this training will focus on the student edition. Each chapter in the book is divided into shorter chunks, or modules, for maximum flexibility. Psychology is a discipline that each teacher approaches with a unique perspective. In this book, even teachers in the same district, on the same campus, using the same book, can select different modules and teach in a different order. This course will focus on Chapter 7, Memory. Before each module, you'll find a question to start the narrative of the text. This question cues students to the topic of the section. Students will know what they need to learn before they start learning. If you assign your students outlining exercises, you can use these questions as prompts. While your students are reading the text, make sure they know how the key terms are called out. If you use a word wall in your classroom, this will make planning it simpler. Retrieve and remember, the green boxes, are quick questions that test your students' retention of what they have just learned. You can use these as exit slips at the end of your class. At the end of each chapter is a review of all the learning objectives your students will have studied throughout the chapter. This is great prep work for an end-of-chapter test. We also provide you with a list of terms and concepts to remember, so your students can easily make flashcards to study from. Each chapter also has an extensive chapter test for your students to take. Assign it for review purposes before the end-of-chapter test, or as group work the day before. Finally, In Your Everyday Life concludes each chapter. This feature encourages students to apply what they've learned about psychology to their day-to-day lives, and the questions can be used for discussion or writing prompts to help your students.